afternoon. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Marianne Bustede, Head of School for the graduating class of 2020. On behalf of the graduating class of 2020, the faculty, the staff, and the administration of Lowell High School, I welcome you, the parents, relatives, and friends to this time of celebration. This is a very special event, and we ask for your cooperation in ensuring that the ceremony goes smoothly. Please be respectful of your fellow guests, follow state safety guidelines, and remain in your seats following distancing guidelines. Please remain quiet during the speeches and hold your applause until after the reading of all the graduates' names. We ask that you refrain from using horns and other loud devices so that each student is able to hear their name and heard by all. At this time, please ensure that your cell phones are silenced. Thank you. We realize that taking pictures is very important at graduation, so we do have a professional photographer taking pictures right up here on the stage. We respectfully ask that you do not leave your seats or block the view of other guests. The only person or people you'll be seeing taking pictures in and around the park is the Lowell Sun photographer. At the end of the event, for your safety and the safety of our graduates, please exit the ballpark immediately so we can prepare for the next graduation. We will begin momentarily. Please rise and applaud our graduates as they begin their procession into the park. They have certainly earned this moment. Thank you. Great job, D House. Not bad for not practicing at all. Very nice. Eli's looking good. Ladies and gentlemen, please stay standing for the presentation of our nation's colors, which is going to take place behind the stage, as well as the pre-recorded singing of our national anthem by Vanessa Silvier, D House.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you, Vanessa. Are you here, Vanessa? Raise your hand. Great job. Thank you very much. You may now be seated. At this time, I would like to introduce our distinguished guests and would ask you hold your applause until the end. From our school committee, the Honorable John Leahy, Mayor and Chairperson. Thank you, John. Andy Dakota, Vice Chairperson. Hillary Clark, Mike Dillon Jr., Jackie Doherty, Robert Hoey, and from the Lowell Public School Administration, our new superintendent, Dr. Joel Boyd. Robin Desmond, Chief Academic Officer. She's way over, waving kids in over there. And James Hall, Chief Operating Officer. And Linus Guillory, Chief Schools Officer. On my left, our senior class officers. Your president, Shaveen Gashaw. Give a wave. Oh, wait, gotta give him, yeah. Vice President, Amina Bahidi. Secretary, Linda Onyenwe, Treasurer, Jasmine Singh, and Senator Joy Destiny. Our Carney medalists are also here, sitting to my left. Kanitha Ork from B House, George Gikas from B House, Terry Nguyen from D House, Harpuni Singh from E House, Mira Mcphee from E House, and Nina Van from E House. I would like our faculty, staff, and administration who are present here today to stand and be recognized so we can thank you for your presence and support of our students today and, more importantly, over the past 4 years. If you could stand, please. They're all behind you guys. Thank you. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the commencement exercises for the Lowell High School class of 2020. This ceremony is presented by the Lowell School Committee, the Lowell School Department, and Lowell High School, to acknowledge the academic achievements and successful completion of secondary education of all of the students seated here before you. This is a very important time in our students' lives, in these young men and women, and we appreciate your presence here this afternoon for this very special event. And I know it's hot out there. We'll try to be as brief as possible. I want to take this time to recognize the collaborative efforts of many people that made this event possible today. I would like to thank Superintendent Joel Boyd for his vision and unwavering support to hold this live graduation. Thank you to Chief Academic Officer Robin Desmond for her leadership and Mayor John Leahy for his support, along with the City Manager Eileen Donahue and CFO Connor Baldwin, Sean Smith from the Spinners organization, the Lowell High School graduation team, and the City Graduation Task Force team. I also want to recognize the parents that are part of the Friends of Lowell High School for all of their help and support leading up to and including today. Most especially, I want to make sure that we recognize our Student Activities Coordinator, Mr. Tom Thornton, who's done an incredible amount of work to make this happen today. So thank you, Mr. Thornton. And also to my secretary, Sue Francisco, for making sure all of our graduation plans become a reality. Thanks also to our maintenance department, who is out here on the field setting up all of these chairs and the stage and making sure everything was ready for us. And as you can see, this truly did take a village for us to be here today. It took a lot of work. I'm glad you're here. Thank you for coming, and sit back and enjoy. At this time, I would like all students who are entering military service that are here to please stand and allow us to show our immense gratitude toward you for your future service to our country. So if you're going into the military, please stand. Thank you so much. Now I would like to direct your attention to the video board behind me for my head of school final address to our graduating seniors. Welcome, parents, guardians, friends, and families of the class of 2020. As your head of school, there is no greater privilege than to stand here and share a few remarks with our graduating class, family, and friends. During the past 3 years, I have had the honor of being your head of school. We have been through good times, and we've also pushed through some very challenging times, and I think you all know what I'm talking about. All in all, though, this graduating class has risen to each occasion with determination and grit, because you know that's what makes Lowell High School students stand out and be recognized as extraordinary. Not that I need to remind you, but Lowell High School students are truly remarkable. Our student body hails such an incredible wealth of diversity, not only in their backgrounds and cultures, but diverse thoughts and talents, which far exceed many high schools in the state of Massachusetts. This graduating class has participated in countless hours of community service. Many students have been members of clubs and activities during their 4 years, all of which has helped build a more positive school community. This class of students has been accepted to and plans on attending some of the most prestigious colleges and universities in the country, including Harvard, MIT, Tufts University, and many, many more. We have also some of the most accomplished students in the state and the country, not only academically, but in the arts, athletics, and in our Air Force Junior ROTC program. Among this class are future doctors and lawyers and judges, teachers, actors, singers, pilots, nurses, servicemen and women, including the many unsung heroes who will do the important work that makes our daily lives possible, and much, much more. Class of 2020, I challenge each of you to use your knowledge, skills, experience that you have gained here at Lowell High School to make our world a better place. Hopefully, one that is kinder and more compassionate. Please also keep in mind that in order to thrive in this world, You need not only the qualities of a good scholar, but a good human being. Good luck to the class of 2020. Go forth and follow your dreams. And as a special teacher friend of mine always says, and now I do too, I love you and I miss you already. Thank you, and may God bless the class of 2020. Thank you. I'm now excited to introduce a salutatorian, Mira Mcphee, who is a student from E House and plans to attend George Washington University in the fall. Please turn your attention to the video board to hear Mira's message.
Greetings, family, friends, faculty, and of course the class of 2020. Here we are today. We survived 4 long years of high school. Well, maybe only like 3 3/4 of a year. We made it through many experiences like learning to drive, getting a job, remembering to wear our IDs but not our headphones, attending Zoom meetings, and even mastering TikTok. In all seriousness, it is truly an honor to be able to make a speech in front of all of you today. First off, I would like to thank everyone attending and sharing this special moment with us. Administrators, teachers, coaches, and parents, each of you have played an important role in our education and have, in one way or another, helped shape us into the people we have become. You have all had a profound impact on the development of the students that will be graduating today, and I feel it is safe to say that I speak on behalf of my fellow classmates in thanking you for all the efforts that you have invested in us to this day. To the graduating class, we have been through a lot together, from sporting events to performing art shows to grueling exams, and now a global pandemic. 2020 has definitely been a very interesting and trying year for us all, but it only goes to show what a strong and resilient group of unique individuals we are. During quarantine, I've had a lot of time to reflect on the past few years I spent at Lowell High School. They say you don't know what you got till it's gone. I've never really understood that phrase until late March when I was in my room looking at all the remote learning assignments I have yet to do, and I thought to myself, wow, I miss being in school. I miss walking through those crowded tunnels, sitting in the noisy cafeteria, and seeing my friends and teachers every day. Although these difficult circumstances cut my time at Lowell High School a few months short, they also allowed me to gain a new appreciation for all the small moments in life and have taught me a valuable lesson. You should never take anything for granted. The virus may have stolen the last semester of our senior year, but it won't take away the memories we have made, the hard work we put forth, and the futures we have ahead of us. Today is no small feat, and we should all be extremely proud of all the accomplishments we have made thus far. Look at us. We've been hitting it out of the park, rising to the challenges of COVID-19 each and every day by being essential workers, caregivers, and straight-up outstanding human beings during this time of crisis. Our sacrifices and the actions we have taken over the past few months are a true testament of the leaders we have already become. My friends, high school is not the highlight of our lives. It is the end of the first chapter to the rest of our story. I encourage you, the class of 2020, to not only follow the opportunities available to you, but to follow your heart and pursue a passion that is of importance to you. As President Obama recently stated in his address to graduating seniors, we are the future. We have a unique experience that many graduates have not had to face in the past. We have tested our abilities and have overcome many obstacles during this time. Even though the world is filled with extreme uncertainty at the moment, I know one thing for sure. We will come out stronger. We are stronger. Let us accept the challenges to pave a new way for the generations to follow. This may sound cliche, but the sky has no limits. Dream big and go for it. Moving forward, all of us are taking our own paths in life, and everyone here has the power to become successful with hard work and perseverance. For all of us who are going to college, joining the military, or joining the workforce, you will all impact the world with force, determination, ingenuity, innovation, and superior grace. We are Lowell strong, and I cannot wait to hear about all the amazing things you have experienced and accomplished in the years to come. Today is more than saying goodbye to high school. It is a celebration of all the good and bad times, the teachers who have inspired us, the friendships we cherish, and most importantly, it is a celebration of the future that is waiting for all of us. Thank you, and congratulations, class of 2020.
Thank you, Mira. I now proudly introduce the Lowell High School Class of 2020 valedictorian, George Geekus, who is from C House and plans on attending the University of Massachusetts, Lowell, in the fall. Please turn your attention to the video board for George's message.
To my class of 2020, I won't lie, focusing on Corona has been tempting and would be easy. With the talk of resiliency and perseverance, it provides for a deep conversation about tough people outlasting tough times. Despite the importance of that, I decided that it's a topic I have heard enough of over the past 5 months. Instead of using my last goodbye to the class I have come to call family to discuss a pandemic, I would instead like to focus on that very sense of family and community. One of the great orators of many years before us was Dr. Martin Luther King. His words during a trying time in our nation still resonate and hold great meaning today. They convey the thoughts and feelings of millions across the country, and I can only hope to use them today in a way that does them justice. Over our 4 years at Lowell High, the bond we've built is something stronger than students sharing a classroom. We've had gas leaks, we've had fights in the cafeteria, we've experienced an era of heightened safety procedures to make sure we know what to do if someone decides to bring a gun to school, but that's another conversation. We've bonded through overcoming the adversity being from Lowell brings. You guys know what I'm talking about. Lowell versus everyone. Within our Lowell High School community, however, we've also had an opportunity to experience what it means to be part of such a diverse family. We've bonded over championship parades in Boston, the school plays, the school projects, school sports, clubs, and activities. What was amazing about Lowell High was being able to tour the world by sitting at a lunch table. Learning about classmates is one of the most rewarding lessons offered at Lowell High School. Now that this community has formed, now that this family is established, it's up to us to maintain it and better ourselves. When you are part of a community, whether that is the Lowell High School community or another in the future, you must remember that there is a fundamental responsibility to do what is right. People will argue this with you. People may disagree, saying it's not your job, not your responsibility to help your struggling neighbor. You have your own responsibilities, they may say. You can help others out of the kindness of your heart, but it's not a responsibility. To this I then ask, when did being okay with seeing a neighbor or brother, sister struggle become the new norm? Why must it take a special exception to help someone who's struggling? The more I learn about my community, the more I understand that sometimes the circumstances people find themselves in are no fault of their own. Corona is a perfect example of this. Dr. King once said, "The time is always right to do what is right." Yes, it is. It should not take pity, peer pressure, or a camera to help someone out. Kind-heartedness must replace self-centeredness whenever possible. Let's find our way back to focusing on helping thy neighbor. We need to recalibrate our moral compass. Dr. King once said that in the end we will not remember the words of our enemies, but the silence of our friends. To me, you are all my friends. In life we will make friends and we will make enemies, I understand that. But do not lie idle while our communities struggle. We've worked too hard to strengthen bonds that can dissolve by turning a blind eye. Dr. King once said, "I have decided to stick with love. Hate is too great a burden to bear." Why must we weigh our lives down with the weight of despising the actions of others? If we lead lives free of hate, I promise to you that so many of today's problems would be solved. I promise that that moral compass will recalibrate without our even realizing. Lastly, my favorite thing Dr. King once said was that darkness cannot drive out darkness, only light can do that. Hate cannot drive out hate, only love can do that. Love and appreciate one another. Our class, our generation, will be tasked with leading a country that still struggles with social issues. Loving one another and replacing our hate with love will not be easy for all of us. You cannot simply go from hating people straight to loving them. I understand that is likely impossible. Instead, if you hate people, I ask you to try to be impartial towards them. This impartiality may remain constant, or it may turn into liking them. Either option is better than hate, and without that weight of hate you may carry, your capacity for caring about and helping others grows larger. No one becomes successful alone. I would not yet call myself successful, but I have gotten this far from pushing those around me to be the best possible version of themselves. This, in turn, has allowed me to grow into the best possible version of myself. Helping each other grow is fundamental to our community, and as we become adults, will be fundamental to our nation. So extend that helping hand. One final quote of Dr. King's I would like to add is, "Life's most persistent and urgent question is, what are you doing for others?" I hope we all strive to be able to answer that question on any given day for the rest of our lives. Thank you all. It's been a pleasure. I love you guys.
Thank you, George. It is with great pleasure that I introduce to you the Lowell High School President of the Senior Class, Shaveen Gashaw. Please turn your attention to the video board for Shaveen's message.
Fellow students, teachers, staff, family, and loved ones of the class of 2020. My name is Shaveen Gashau. I feel very honored to be addressing you all, and I'm especially proud of my peers for your accomplishments. Throughout the year, many of you have made it clear that you are excited to hear my speech. I felt fortunate to have so much support from you all as a class, especially since something like this would have been unimaginable when I first walked into the Freshman Academy. In my head, I have so much to say today, but a general theme I want to speak about is gratitude, because throughout the year, gratitude has been a way to keep me grounded through all the chaos. Gratitude was never as important this year as it was when COVID-19 abruptly ended our senior year. I, like many of you, was devastated. Just thinking about all the memories and moments that could have been made my heart ache. But it was the spirit of gratitude that took me out of the darkness. It made me see that we might have missed all the traditional senior events, but I am grateful for the moments and memories that we had before we left school. I have so much gratitude for the way our class tried to move forward, even when all the memes were coming for us. As I have watched everyone announce their plans for the fall, I have so much gratitude for the optimism and strength our class has and what is to come. So I thank you, class of 2020. Thank you for the 4 years I got to spend learning and growing with all of you. Thank you for teaching me that where you come from does not determine where you will go. Some of you have begun making your own story of triumph in your family just by sitting in those seats and holding a diploma, and a round of applause for doing so. Thank you for teaching me that there's wisdom in diversity, not only diversity in skin color, but diversity of our minds. Thank you for inspiring me with all your different talents and interests, because among us are entrepreneurs, designers, doctors, lawyers, artists, activists, and everything in between. Thank you for teaching me that in the face of adversity, we as graduates of Lowell High School will rise above it and never quit. I wouldn't say that we're going into the real world, because we've already been facing it. We're just doing it full time now. As we enter adulthood, the cliche thing to say is, be the change you want to see in the world. But a quote I've been hearing often is, decisions are made by those who show up. So I ask all of you to show up. In jobs, functions, protests, even in day-to-day life, change is not made by those who sit back, but those who get up. And being such an innovative, forward-thinking generation, the least you could do for those who came before you, those around you, and those to come is for you to show up when you can and use your voice. Most of us have not grown up privileged and have seen how some systems in this unjust world are set against us. However, we have also seen how our voices challenge these systems, bringing change even at Lowell High School. This year, the world is getting revolutionaries who will do their absolute best to hold everything and everyone accountable for their actions, as well as setting higher expectations. I've seen us do it during a pandemic, so I would imagine we will continue doing so. I expect you all to continue with this bold quality wherever life takes you. Again, I'm excited to see and hear all the amazing things you will all achieve. It is my honor to be your chosen president, and I ask you all to always have the spirit of gratitude as it changes perspective, as well as welcomes more blessings, and to remember that decisions are made by those who show up. Thank you.
Thank you, Shaveen. At this time, the superintendent and I would like to acknowledge this year's Carney medalists. For those of you that don't know, the Carney Medals were established in 1859 and have been presented annually to the top 3 female and the top 3 male scholars in the graduating class. This year's recipients are being recognized by the House Office. You will find each of their bios in your program. One of the D House Carney medalists is Terry Nguyen. Where are you? Oh, there you are. Stand up, wave to everybody. You can see he's wearing his Carney medal. I'm just going to read his brief bio. Terry Nguyen, the son of Tram Nguyen, attended the James S. Daly Middle School. A member of the Latin Lyceum program, Terry achieved high honors throughout high school and was the recipient of the Rensselaer Medal and was recently awarded the DCU Scholarship and United American Energy Scholarship. Terry pursued various fine arts programs, including stage crew, dance ensemble, show choir, and marching band. This year, he was elected dance captain of the show choir, where he had the opportunity to demonstrate his strong leadership skills at competitions throughout New England. Terry credits Mr. Winslow, his choral director, for teaching him how to be a leader with patience and confidence. He believes that all students should put themselves in uncomfortable situations so that they can learn and grow. Terry aspires to be a chemist, working in a lab performing scientific research. He will attend the University of Massachusetts Amherst. Congratulations, Terry. We are very proud of you and your accomplishments. Next, I would like to draw your attention to the video board for remarks from our superintendent, Dr. Joel Boyd.
Congratulations, class of 2020. We've had to wait a little longer than any of us would have liked to have this ceremony, and safety precautions still require me to share my congratulations via video. But I'm excited that we are able to celebrate this momentous occasion in person. When you started your time at Lowell High School as freshmen, no one could have predicted that you'd be finishing your courses your senior year remotely due to a global pandemic. But you've persevered, and I know that each and every one of you are leaving Lowell High School with the knowledge, skills, and experiences you need to be successful wherever you are heading next, whether it's entering college, starting an exciting new job, or serving in the military. Now, I know no one comes to graduation excited to hear a long speech from the superintendent, and the best advice anyone ever gave me when speaking was to always remember three things: be bright, be brief, and be gone. Since this is a graduation ceremony, in order to be bright in your speech, you're supposed to share a quote from a famous author or philosopher. So for the class of 2020, I have a quote from the great Oprah Winfrey, who says, "Let excellence be your brand. When you are excellent, you become unforgettable. Doing the right thing, even when nobody knows you're doing the right thing, will always bring the right thing to you." I'm going to make sure I'm brief by ending my remarks here. But before I'm gone, let me say it one more time. Congratulations, class of 2020. Today is your day. Celebrate with your family and friends. Cherish your memories from Lowell High School. Your dreams are within reach. And remember, Lowell High School is a family. While you are now leaving your time as a student, I hope you view your school as part of your extended family and continue to come back to visit your teachers and classmates and to serve your community. As you know, the class of 2020 is my first graduating class as Lowell superintendent, and you will always hold a special place in my heart. I'm going to miss you in the halls of Lowell High, but I know there's greatness in every one of you, and I'm excited to see all that you accomplish in this world. The future is yours.
Thank you, Dr. Boyd. And now, remarks from John Leahy, Mayor of the City of Lowell.
Good day, class of 2020. I am humbled to be here today to deliver words of congratulations on behalf of the City of Lowell and me. This year, in pursuit of your educational goals, you have endured so much to arrive here. By every standard, 2020 has been an extremely difficult year, especially for those of you who have missed milestones and traditions such as senior proms, athletic seasons, and ceremonies that will never be replaced. Each of you should be very proud of your perseverance and your accomplishments through these trying times. Whether your future includes work, the military, college, or another path, I hope that you can look back to your diploma as proof of your abilities to communicate, adapt, and learn. Now, if there's one message I could give you to keep forever, it is that all of you here today have the tall task of holding yourselves to a higher standard than those who came before you. The current crisis has served as an unfortunate reminder that there are many in this country and around the world who look at their own interests before the well-being of others. Today, I challenge you to be better. No matter where you are from, where you may go, the world needs you to strive to be better than the average. We all must be better, not necessarily smarter, stronger, or louder, but more compassionate, more impartial, and more kind. I say this because I have faith that you can do this. Your generation is more connected and empathetic than any before you. This is no easy charge, but it applies to each and every one of you, no matter where you're headed in life. I wish you happiness and success as you take the next first steps to your next adventure. Remember the core values of Lowell High School: responsibility, integrity, determination, engagement, and respect. This will serve you well wherever your future brings you. I leave you with the wise words of Nelson Mandela: it is in your hands to create a better world for all who live in it. Congratulations to the class of 2020.
Thank you, Mayor Leahy. Our next speaker is Congresswoman Lorero Trahan. She's the commencement speaker for this graduation. She is a proud graduate of Lowell High School, class of 1991, who was inducted as a Lowell High School Distinguished Alumni in 2019. You may read more about Lori's bio, which is located on the back of your program. Unfortunately, Lori could not be with us today, but we are very grateful for her message to our graduates.
Hi, I'm Congresswoman Lori Trahan, and thank you for inviting me to be part of this momentous occasion in your lives. I grew up in the Highlands section of Lowell. I went to the Maury, the Daly, and I graduated from Lowell High. And now I have the privilege of representing our community in the United States Congress. That's why I couldn't let this moment pass by without sending a big congratulations to all of you graduating today. I know these last few weeks have not been easy, or how you imagined celebrating this achievement with your family and your friends. Your class will long be remembered as one of the most resilient in our nation's history. Although we're in the midst of a tremendous amount of uncertainty as a nation, one thing remains true, and it's each of you, the graduates of 2020, who will define our future and accelerate long overdue changes to our nation. That means we need you to lean into conversations about what's going on in your community, and it means making your voices heard in public and at the ballot box when you're getting more lip service than results from politicians. I truly believe that our young people are our country's strongest asset, and I'm not alone. Attending Lowell High School taught me to be curious, inclusive, and outspoken, traits I rely on every day. Whether you realize it or not, it has shaped you, made you stronger and better prepared to enter a world full of surprises. While it may be intimidating to enter what feels like a volatile world, I challenge all of you to embrace it as an opportunity to define your community, your country, and your generation. I hope that you are entering this new chapter of your life with the same excitement and optimism that everyone in our community feels for you today. I know that I speak for everyone across our community when I say that we are all so proud of you for the achievements that got you here today. We're going to be cheering you on and supporting you every step of the way. Graduates, congratulations and good luck.
Thank you, Lori. At this time, I would like to sincerely thank our Lowell High School media production team who made all the videos possible and who are producing and recording this event this afternoon. Under Brian Wilkins' leadership, along with Connor and Jeb, in collaboration with UMass Lowell, we are grateful for your outstanding efforts to make this event run so smoothly. Thank you, Brian, Connor, and Jeb. At this time, it is my distinct pleasure to present to you the D House students of the class of 2020 and to further certify that those receiving a diploma have successfully met the requirements of graduation as prescribed by the Commonwealth of Massachusetts and is mandated by the Lowell School Committee. Therefore, I ask that you, Mayor Leahy, join me on the stage to recognize and congratulate each member of the class of 2020 while following safety guidelines. Students, you're about to start to come up to the stage. I just want to give you a few instructions. So first of all, you're going to come up on the right side of the ramp. So you're going to line up. Somebody's going to help you line up. You're going to come up the ramp. You're going to grab a, not a pen, you're going to grab a scroll, and then there's some footprints right there on the stage. You're going to stand right on those footprints, and a photographer is going to take your picture. So as you come up to the stage, if you choose to take your mask off, and I advise maybe you want to, for your picture, for your professional picture, it would be nice. So you're allowed to take your mask off right as you're coming up the stage. Take your picture, and then put your mask right back on as you walk across. One last thing. Unfortunately, the mayor and I usually shake your hands as you walk across. We can't do that, but we'll just say congratulations. But know that in our hearts, we wish we were shaking your hands and wishing you luck. But due to COVID, we can't do that. So we will begin with the D House Carney medalists and the senior class officers of D House. So if you would rise up and line up to the right of the stage, I'm going to begin calling your names for the D House students. I will start with Terry Nguyen. Next, Linda Onyenwe. Congrats. Jasmine Sang. Congratulations. Joy Destiny. Congrats. At this time, all the graduates of D House will be recognized in alphabetical order. I would like to invite House Dean Timothy O'Keefe to the podium for the reading of names.
You made it. Congratulations, D House, class of 2020. Be driven, be determined, and keep doing. There is no such thing as try. You either do or you don't. Go make it happen. Mohammed Abdo. Labdin Abdul Samad. Nana Achiapoma. Tracy Adamson. Alinaris Agramonte Ortiz. Arielis Agramonte Ortiz. Mohammed Ahmad Ali. Sabrina Albatorio. Flora Afarafaji. Gabriel Baez.
Congrats.
Joseph Baez Silva.
Congratulations.
Theodora Bonaheny. Theodosia Bonaheny. Douglas Baraka. Zoe Barone. Axel Bautista Lopez.
Congrats.
Marnita Blackwell Washington.
Congratulations.
Samantha Boyle. Erin Brooks. Ashley Barrett. Anika Camro. Isaac Casabon. Noella Castaneda. Nelson Castro Correa. Tyler Chan. Annie Chase. Lauren Che.
Congratulations. Congrats.
Sakpirin Chan. Lily Chun. Mercy Chickaloo. Sophia Sigliano.
Congratulations. Careful.
Yadiel Corporan. Vanessa Cotto. Shannon Cronin. Miguel Cruz. Javon Dunn. Soponi Delizard. Ryan Deschanel.
Congratulations.
Alexis Diaz. Jalen Dibbles.
Congratulations.
Blancona Duyalu.
Congratulations.
Brendan DuPont.
Congratulations.
Emily Duran. Teresia Dyer. Piran Eng. Sidon Eng. Norris Fajardo.
Congratulations.
Cronies Fernandez. Natalie Ferreira. Jack Finrell.
Congrats.
Alejandro Flores. Ryan Frechette. Kylie Gannon.
Congrats.
Darlinson Garcia.
Congrats.
Dari Garaja.
Congratulations.
Gabriel Gillett. Stephanie Gathuka. Ashley Gonzalez Perez. Kayla Gonzalez. Christian Gozo.
Congratulations. Be careful.
George Grolakis.
Congratulations.
Gianna Hairston. Argina Hassan.
Congratulations.
Sopiana Hem. Joanna Heng.
Congrats.
Kaylina Hodgen. Isabella Hun. Tweevy Hun. Serena Inaref. Philander Jackson. Brenda Cafero. Kyler Can. Ricky Casara. Satara Keat. Jeffrey Keogh. Konica Khan. Natalie Khan. Chanthan Kim. Kayla Kim.
Congratulations.
Ricky Kim. Tyler Klung. Jaron Kong. Brenda Kungu, TV Lamb, Addison Lash, Olivia LeDuc, Jasmine Lang, Aaron Lepore, Melania Lopez Canellis, Armand Lopez, Jenalee Lopez, Tyshandra Lozano Cruz, Nicholas Manville, Joseph Marcotte, Alan Martinez, Joharni Martinez, Monica Matsu, Kwesi Mayombe, Marita Mess, Said Meese, Maria Mencia Gonzalez.
Congratulations.
Jaden Mitchell, Haveen Mohammed,
Congratulations.
Masanika Mum, Karina Marira, Zuleika Mugo, Kayla Nguyen, Kyle Nguyen, Humphrey and Jenga,
Congrats.
Jennifer Noguera,
I don't think so.
Tyler Knopp, Juan Nunez,
Congratulations.
Naomi Nunez, David Archer,
Congratulations. Usually they're in the same house.
Brandon Ung,
They're in the same family. They're in the same house usually.
Nathan Oliveria, Christy Orleana,
Congrats.
Ashley Ortiz, Armando Ortiz, Juan Ortiz, Wilfredo Ortiz,
Stand on.
Waylon Otero, Adriana Owens,
Good job. Congratulations.
Kiera Page, Nation Benny Panguri, Victoria Pantos, Protiti Paramita, Krisha Patel, Jennifer Paulino, Donovan Peng, James Piov, Ashley Perez,
Congratulations.
Lucas Petrozello, Tyler Fan, Sarah Falk, Portia Falk, Cecilia Polak, Dario Poriet Castillo, Avion Prack, Kennesaw Prack, Felipe Prezotto, Michael Rainey, Raymond Ruiz, Maria Romero Diaz,
Congratulations.
Franco Recto, Ariana Ribeiro, Adasia Rivas, Glorice Rivera, Milton Robles, Alexander Rodriguez Toro, Jaden Rodriguez, Andre Sanchez, Sean Sark, Angelina Schaefer,
Congratulations.
Aurora Shaw, Mario Silva,
Congratulations.
Vanessa Silveria, Emily Smith. Robert Sock. Stray Pigsock. Catherine Sullivan. Sovatha Sum. Kaylania Sorn. Monica Srin. Jessica Sullivan. Nguyen Sun. Sabatini Sun. Sodaneri Tai. Zachary Supernat McCafferty. Partha Michaela Felon. Michaela Tiv. Derajana Thok.
Congratulations.
Junior 3.
Congrats. Like a hat.
Victoria T. Hong Tu.
Congrats.
Carla Torres Gonzalez. Tay Tran. Odomoni Trey. Matthew Turcott. Dennis Un.
Congratulations.
Jalen Valencia. Vanny Van.
Congratulations.
Emily Vasquez. Samantha Vega.
Congrats.
Jack Waterhouse. Kayla Watkins. Katrina Walensky.
Congratulations.
John Yu, Rancy Yun, and Tommy Zhang. May God bless D House. Congratulations.
Congrats. Congratulations. Thank you, Dean O'Keefe. At this time, we'll wait a minute, let everyone get back to the seats. Hold on. Why don't you give yourselves a big round of applause? You guys did it. Woohoo! So at this time, I would ask all graduates to stand. Please move your tassels from the right to the left. Congratulations, class of 2020. You made it. Thank you to our guests for joining us for the special event. As a reminder, all students should exit the way you came in, and all guests should exit the way they came in. And please maintain social distancing. And we have another graduation coming in right behind you, so we need you to exit quickly. Thank you so much. You guys did an awesome job. Congratulations.
Great, 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 great.